Your negative thoughts are only designed to keep you stuck and to help you to break down rather than break through, rather than to find solutions, to trust yourself, to meet your goals. They're just designed to keep you stuck in a negative cycle. And one of the most common hallmarks of being stuck in a negative cycle is rumination. You just think over again and over again of the worrying thoughts, the anxiety-provoking thoughts, the negative thoughts, the self-critical thoughts, the comparing thoughts, all of these thoughts that are designed to put you down and to keep you stuck and keep you from finding a way forward. And this was discussed by Abigail Shrier, who is a journalist who wrote a book called Bad Therapy. And she was on the Joe Rogan podcast a little while back. And she spoke about rumination and how she believed that in most therapy settings, it's not helpful because all the client is doing is talking about their problems and is actually making them feel worse rather than feel better. I get what she's saying. And she's right in that if you're just talking about what's wrong in your life and why you're stressed and thinking and obsessing about the thoughts you're having and the critical thoughts and repeating it and just talking about it over and over, then you're not going to find a way through that. You're just going to spend all your energy being drained and being defeated by these thoughts. However, what you need is a space in therapy where you have an understanding of why you have those thoughts in the first place. Why is it that that's the case? Why are you ruminating so much? Is there a reason for it? Now, there will be a reason for you ruminating, is whether you think the reason is genuine or not. You might feel the reason really matters because I've had a complicated past and I really want to filter down what exactly has contributed to me ruminating. Or there might be other cases where you ruminate and you don't care why you ruminate or where it comes from. You just want to stop. In either case, there's a reason, but how much value you assign to that reason is a different story. In the therapy space especially, is about having the space to express what those thoughts are, but be like, okay, where do you think the need is coming from? What do you think this thought is trying to communicate to you? What do you need from this situation? And so now you are starting to break through that layer of thought, which has this deep, heavy emotional attachment to it. So it feels much heavier because it's tied in with your emotions. If you know the film The Matrix and Agent Smith, that's a perfect example of what thoughts are designed to do, particularly negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are like agents from Matrix. They are designed to keep you stuck. They are designed to keep you trapped, keep you in your place, stop you from being free. They're very successful because the thoughts that we have are, as I said, accompanied by intense negative feelings. And it's the negative feelings and our general ability or lack of ability to regulate those feelings that prevent us from understanding the meaning behind why we're having the thoughts and keep us stuck. When the thought comes, the negative thought, and it's attached with these heavy negative emotions, those emotions then recruit more agents of thought to add more distressing thoughts, which come with its own distressing emotions, and the cycle repeats and repeats and repeats. So how do you stop that cycle of rumination? How do you stop the cycle of negative thoughts? And at the core of this, I believe, and what I've seen is my work as a counselor and the area that I tend to specialize in, which is in low self-esteem and low self-worth. That is the core issue, is low self-esteem and low self-worth, because someone who has confidence in themselves, has full trust in themselves, will have the ability to decide and set goals of what they want to accomplish, and they trust themselves to take the actions necessary to get there. So that's one aspect, that's one path. But the other path is the emotions you're experiencing and your ability to regulate those emotions and not let them overwhelm you. So if you find yourself stuck in a series of negative thoughts and patterns, it's probably because there is this inability to regulate those emotions, to free up the mental space and energy you need to set yourself goals and to take the actions that will make you feel better. Like if it's going for exercise, if it's working on your business, if it's trying something new, if it's learning to trust yourself or push yourself out your comfort zone, really try to enjoy life. The rumination and the negative thoughts are robbing you of that joy. And counseling is a crucial space where if you're thinking in your head all the time about the negative thoughts and it just keeps going in a circle, when you invite that into counseling and into therapy, you have the opportunity to unravel that pattern, unravel the thoughts, get to what the emotions are, and then get to where it comes from. What do you need? What is the solution to help you to stop that cycle? How can you be empowered to stop that cycle? Because you're capable of it. And it doesn't mean just because you're trapped in that cycle that you're weak, you're not capable. Nothing to do with that. It's simply just having a new perspective and a new mindset where you can then break through that. And that's all it takes. But sometimes you need that space where you can relax, where you can be back in touch with who you genuinely are. And then you can find a way forward and leave that toxic negative pattern behind, because you understand that this is part of the older version of you who had this going on in their life and didn't have those skills that now you have. Now you've acquired through therapy, or you've acquired through intense self-reflection, introspection, looking inward and finding your true energy and light that's going to help you to get where you want to go. Now, in terms of the practical steps of what do I need to do that, it looks different for everyone. We've all heard about the journaling, the reflection, the meditation, the exercise, challenging your negative thoughts, questioning things, using kind of aspects from cognitive behavioral therapy to help you to stop a thought, challenge it actively. Realize that your emotions are going to want to recruit more thoughts and want to keep you trapped, but understand, okay, that's what my emotion is trying to do. So I'm now consciously not going to let it do that. So it all comes down to a series of actions. But if you're unsure, then seek out counseling, because that will help you to find the answer that will work for you. And it will help you to have the time you need to process all the toxic negative thoughts that are happening. As someone who works in this area, I've seen a whole wide range of reasons why people are stuck in negative thoughts. Often comes down to their past experiences of being conditioned to follow others' orders, of being dismissed when they've communicated something vulnerably. And so they've learned, well, I don't feel safe to communicate what I really want. It's safer to go along with what others want. But the problem with that is you're then living for other people and you're not living in line with your true principle. So we miss a lot of the actions that help us to get on our genuine path, that will help us to move forward and not be stuck in a negative cycle. So if this is you and you want to share your story, please comment below or visit my website if you want to discuss this further. Thanks for watching.